everybody, Dr. Cameron Kavari and Dr. Robert Hadeen here with Trimodus, episode 3 of the Lumbar Yard. Now, the last 2 episodes that we went through, we talked a lot about range of motion. The last episode we went through, we started getting you through those ranges of motion with breathing. Our goal now is to make sure that you start opposing gravity a little bit with the spine and start loading it, right? So good stress. So we have a few exercises to start training good movement patterns so that you can get out of pain while doing the things that you love to do. So Doc, how do we do that? How do we start opposing gravity?
Yeah, so we're going to start at the next exercise we're going to do is we're not only going to just work in the movement, but we're going to add a little bit more abdominal wall activity, getting this whole 360-degree barrel more active in the overall exercise to not only create healthy movement, but to support the spine and to get better muscle co-activation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the side position, okay, from what we worked in the last video. Now what Dr. Cam's going to do is he's going to we're going to load his knee into the ground and bring his hip up, okay? From here, he's just working on breathing and creating as much expansion through his abdominal wall as possible. And he's going to come down nice and slow. He's going to come back up. Again, he's working on this bottom hip, okay, getting a good stretch through here, eccentric lengthening, and then eccentric lengthening through the abdominal wall. Again, just create as much pressure as possible. He's going to come back down. If we want to add more stress, more extension, more rotation, more lateral flexion to the spine, he's going to be here. He's breathing the abdominal wall. Next thing he's going to do is he's going to load the same knee, bring the butt up, and we're here. Okay? His shoulders are unshrugged. He's super long. He's breathing. There's a lot more stress happening in the abdominal wall. And again, we're still kind of out of gravity a little bit. He's going to come back down, and he'll repeat as many times as necessary on both sides. Okay? Next we're going to do is we're going to come to all 4 hands and knees. Now we're going to work solely on basically the front and back motion of the spine, but making it a little bit more challenging from last week's video. So what Cam's going to do is he's going to bring his hips up off the ground. He's in almost a bear position. Now he's going to work on moving in this individual movement. Okay? So we're not trying to change what's happening in the rib cage, but Dr. Cam is working on flexion, extension, kind of like almost like a twerky motion in this segmental junction. Very challenging. You'll find out that in the beginning you'll start shaking with it, like a shake and bake, but after a while you'll get a little more comfortable with the overall movement, and it's pretty impressive. That was actually pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, so make sure that if you have low back pain, you got to shake and bake, baby. And so here's the thing, with those ranges, those look maybe pretty easy, but they are very challenging when you haven't done them before and you've got some low back pain. And what we're trying to do is make sure that you're expanding the abdominal wall in those positions. So when you do these exercises, make sure you're breathing into your belly, let them come out, expand the belly. That's what's giving us the best stability from the inside out. And so that's the big difference is a lot of people aren't trained on how to use the core. These are exercises that you really got to learn more about training the core better and more efficiently so that you can get out of low back pain. So, like us, subscribe below. We'll see you next time.